Good morning, everyone. I hope you're having an amazing day, and let's get into the Happy Doc episode of today. So, there's many things I like to read and learn about, and that's one of the opportunities that I have for this podcast, which is to share interesting knowledge, different ideas, whether it's in happiness, whether it's in science, whether it's in business, whether it's to spark an idea. And for this one, I was actually reading Peter Thiel's book, From Zero to One. It's a classic in the business industry. There is a section in there very early on in the book where it talks about a concept of horizontal versus vertical growth. And I think it's really important to think about whether what you're building or what you're working on is horizontal in nature or vertical in nature. So this is more of a business concept, but you can use it in other ways as well. So what do we mean by horizontal growth? So horizontal growth is essentially looking at something in a way that it can be repeatable across different audiences, going wider into the world. It's something that already exists, and you're just building it. You're just building something that's already available. So, for example, if you are opening up a new restaurant, if you want to, let's say, start an Italian restaurant as an example, you're not rebuilding or restructuring or creating something new. You're creating something that is already well established, that's something that people can trust, something that people can learn, that already understand what that restaurant is, and so they can just go ahead and head over and eat at that restaurant. They know what they're getting. They know the product. They understand it. So that's horizontal growth, where you're building, you can build this location basically anywhere. It's established, it's known, and you can go wide with that thing. Of course, once you build one restaurant, if that's going well, you have an audience, boom, you can build another one, and so on and so forth. So you can understand horizontal growth. In the book, one of the things he discusses is the fact that if we go horizontally, yes, it's a tried and true method for building something, but it doesn't break anything. It's not disruptive. It's not new. It's not fresh. It's not bad. It's not good. It's just at the same level. Now, vertical growth is going, I think in the book, one of the things he posits, again, I haven't read the whole book, actually. I'm just focusing in on a concept of the chapter, still working on it. But going from 0 to 1 essentially is talking about, one of the things it's talking about is doing a level upgrade. So this is where we get into vertical growth. So vertical growth is creating something new, something that is a new technology that changes or disrupts the game, that it works at a different level of the system. So, for example, let's talk about that Italian restaurant idea. Well, let's talk about the fact that maybe there's a 3D printed technology that lets you build restaurants faster. Right? So let's say there's this technology you build that essentially allows you to create multiple restaurants with more ease. Or maybe you create a system around how to build a restaurant properly, such as a book or software, or a new technology that allows people to more efficiently run their restaurants. Well, now all of a sudden, that's not horizontal growth, that's vertical. It's something new. It's a new technology that as someone implements it, it takes their game to a new level. It's novel. It's more efficient. It allows people to work at a different level than they did before. So that is the vertical growth. That's building something vertically as opposed to recreating what is already available. So the reason I bring up horizontal and vertical growth in the podcast is when we're talking about happiness and we're talking about creativity, we're talking about creating something new, something fresh, you might want to think about if what you're building is horizontal or if what you're building is vertical. Is it something that's already been done, or are you changing the game? Are you disrupting? Are you building something that's going to help people make their systems more efficient? Are you looking at things in a way that's actually solving the problem in a new way? Or are you representing an old solution? Again, it's not good or bad. Horizontal growth is great too. We need more restaurants, for example. We need to build out horizontally. But we also want to think about vertically. Are we creating something that's going to be new, disruptive, fresh, allow things to be more efficient in terms of technology? Now, when I use the word technology, it doesn't mean a new electronic innovation. It just means innovation. It means something that allows things to operate in a more efficient manner. So that's something to think about for today. I hope you enjoyed that episode. And if you have any thoughts, comments, or questions, you can always reach out to us. Our social media is at Happy Doc Podcast on all the major social media channels. And if you enjoy the episodes, please leave a 5-star review on iTunes. It's one of the best ways to support us. I will see you on the next episode. Take care, guys.